Hi everyone, welcome to the Movieception Show. My name is Fariba, and today we got the big trailer. We got the Marvels trailer. It just dropped a couple minutes ago. And honestly, I'm really excited to see this film. I think I listed as one of my honorable mentions in terms of my most anticipated films, but honestly, I can't wait to see this whole, group of Marvel characters, kind of meet together and kind of see what their dynamic is between Monica Rambeau, Captain Marvel, and Miss Marvel. There's a lot to really dive into it. There's a lot of questions going into this film. Like, for one thing, where is Kamala? Because as we all remember from last year's Miss Marvel show, Kamala and Carol Danvers had switched places after Kamala's bangle had just gone bonkers, basically, and we don't know exactly where she is, although we're speculating she's somewhere in space. So lots of questions about that. Of course, there's gonna be questions about her bangle. They kind of hinted a little bit about her bangle last year in the show as well, although it seems as if they're going to dive more into it, like the way that we saw with Shang-Chi and his 10 rings. So lots of questions about that. I know there's a lot of theories regarding about her bangles. And of course, we kind of got a lot more of Monica's story in WandaVision. Although, yeah, we did see her in the Captain Marvel film in, 2019. Then we got to see a more older version of her in WandaVision and sort of see how she got her powers from, the whole show. And it seems as if we're going to see more of her manifesting that. Again, lots of things going on into this film. There's a lot of things that already set up this film. So I think that this is where I'm really excited to see it, because already a lot of it has been developed from some of the previous things that we've seen before. And now it's kind of just putting all together into this film, which I feel like for this one, there's already a lot of things that are at least going to allow it to kind of develop, and kind of just letting this film to basically just set the rest of the film, set the rest of what we need to know about the MCU leading up to, the end of the multiverse saga. So again, I don't know what else is going to be focused on. I'm going to assume that there's going to be some sort of storyline coming from the Skrull stuff, so maybe a Skrull invasion stuff are going to be affected as well. Again, lots of questions going about it. And as you guys can see, I got about 80% of my voice back, but I am going to watch this trailer. Nothing's going to stop me from seeing this trailer and discussing about it. So yeah, without further ado, let's get right down into the Marvels trailer.
Captain Rambeau? What the hell are you
I expected him was going to be in this film.
Entering the jump point perimeter. I'm gonna get you some ratings, Fury. Hello?
Monica.
Hello?
Oh my god.
Oh! Is this an Avengers test?
Oh wow.
Captain Rambeau.
Whoa. Wait.
What the?
Oh my god.
Hi.
We're looking for Kamala Khan.
Okay, so our powers are entangled. I can manipulate light
Okay.
energy. And you, I could totally show you.
I'm not again!
Hi.
Where's our daughter?
Wherever you were.
Goose. Oh my god. It's Goose. Oh, okay, yeah, yep. Daisy, yep.
Shields up!
Oh, whoa.
No, we're not a team.
We're not a team.
Aww. So that was the Marvels trailer right there. And wow, that was a very exciting, very upbeat trailer, which I actually like, because for one thing, of course, the way that we really know Miss, Kamala Khan, Miss Marvel, her personality, she's someone who's very, upbeat, very excited. Of course for her, we know sort of her personality, how she's a huge fan of the Avengers, how she's a huge fan of, Carol Danvers, and how she really knows a lot of these like nerdy, geeky stuff in terms of the Avengers, right? So the fact that they're really reminiscing more of her personality into this trailer, like you really get a lot of those vibes. And I really like that because like just seeing Kamala just being wowed by everything, like that kind of feels like me as an audience just being like, if I were to be in this world, I would be this excited too, just to like meet some of my idols, to see that, wow, I'm actually up to this scale where I could be an Avenger level, you know, hero and all that sort of stuff. So I really love kind of this energy that we get from this trailer because again, we've been seeing a lot of serious stuff, of course. I mean, we've also had some, you know, very comedic ones with Thor Love and Thunder. But I think this one's a really good balance of everything because for one thing, again, we do have someone like Carol Danvers who is a bit more serious about her work. Then we have kind of Monica who's kind of in between. Like she is also very serious, but then there's like someone as young as, you know, Kamala just balancing out sort of that, you know, stern sort of tone and making it a bit more like bringing that young energy that I really like. Again, just seeing a lot of you can tell just from this trailer, like a lot of this energy is coming right from Kamala. So I feel like this is a really good trailer to see. I mean, for one thing, they answered a lot of questions. Like for one thing, we now know where Kamala was. She was definitely in space. Very interesting to see Nick Fury in this. So I wonder how this is going to fit in with the Secret Invasions show. Like, is this coming after or before, or I'm gonna have to look back into that because I feel like they may have actually mentioned where the Secret Invasions, you know, series is gonna take place. So I gotta take a look at that and see where that is kind of put into place in terms of the timeline, because the fact that Nick Fury is pretty heavily seen in this trailer, for one thing, like I wonder where Secret Invasions fits into this. So I'm gonna look into that a little bit just because I'm just wondering where that kind of fits in. But aside from that, right, like Nick Fury's in this film as well, looks very, very active just in terms of everything that's going on with Monica and Carol. It seems as if in this case, like a lot of their powers are intertwined. Like they're all like the trio somehow connect in some form or some way. So lots of questions about that as well. Like, okay, what is causing it? What is this thing that they have, you know, that caused sort of this whole entanglement, right? And then of course, like from the trailer, it seems as if we're seeing the Kree. Like I think I saw a couple of the blue species that we saw in the Captain Marvel movie. So I wonder if how that's gonna fit in as well. Like it looks like they're gonna kind of tackle a little bit of the Kree stuff again in this film. I'm not exactly sure. Again, I saw a couple of blue species, so I wonder what that means. Now, in terms of the villain itself, like we don't get to see too much of deep insight into that character, aside from the fact that we do know that the character's name is Aldan. We see a couple snippets of her at the end of this trailer, which at least is a pretty good thing to see. Like we see her peering around her army, as well as a really huge like fight sequence between her and the Marvel team. Like just to see Kamala, Carol, and Monica just come up together and, you know, work together as a team up against this villain. That was a really exciting sequence to see right there. Like I can't wait to see kind of the full footage of this when we get to see the full movie. But aside from that, we don't get to see too much of the villain itself, what their motives are. That's kind of seems to be a bit more vague in terms of what this trailer has shown so far. So hopefully by the time we get to the next trailer, we get a better idea of, you know, who this villain is, what their motives are, why they're involved in this whole sort of entanglement that the Marvel team is dealing with right now. Again, hopefully, that'll set up a lot of what we need to know for phase 5 and 6. And again, something that I'm going to be looking forward to when we get to the next trailer. Aside from that, like again, most of what this trailer shows is the dynamic between the three characters, which again, makes sense given the movie is called The Marvels. So yeah, no, I really like it. I'm really excited to see this film. Again, like, I think if you're going to be going into it, there's like the must-have watch has to be WandaVision, Miss Marvel, Captain Marvel. I probably might even say Secret Invasions, depending on how much they're going to tackle the Skrull stuff. Like, I don't know if they're going to tackle that necessarily. Maybe we'll see that in the next trailer. Like, maybe that's who the threat is. I have no idea about that. But yeah, aside from that, like, I really love the vibes. I really love the dynamic. I really love, again, Kamala Khan and this whole trailer. Just, again, her really upbeat, exciting energy that we get out of it. Which, again, like, for me, like, I love seeing Kamala Khan just because of how much she has been really big part of just bringing the representation for Desi Muslim, like, superheroes, just to see one on the big screen it's just really exciting. Like, that really blows my mind. Because as I mentioned before, like, for me, like, I remember just following up with the Miss Marvel show, did my reactions for it. It was probably one of my biggest videos going into Miss Marvel. And now here it is. Like, we're going to see Miss Marvel not just on the small screen, but now on the big screen, sharing this dynamic with some of her idols, and her excitement as becoming kind of like an Avengers level superhero. Like, that is really awesome to see. Like, I can't wait to see kind of where this movie goes. We'll love to see more questions. Again, my only concern going into is that I don't really get a lot of who the villains are, what the issue happens to be, what the problem is. I hope maybe that, like, again, this is a teaser trailer, so there isn't going to be a lot of things being revealed from that. So what they really focused on was the dynamic, and I really like the dynamic that they set up into this film. So I can't wait to see this film. I know for this one, it was a post that came out in July of this year. That got pushed to November, which I believe is a really good decision to make, because I think they're already kind of squeezing in so much of the Marvel content between February to July, and there wasn't even a movie being scheduled for the fall this year. And with, Loki and I believe Secret Invasions being the two shows that we know for sure are going to be coming out this year, it'd be better to kind of just, push out the releases and make it a bit more spaced out rather than making it so close to each other, which I think that was a pretty smart decision. So instead of this movie coming on July, it's coming on November. So again, we have a lot more time going into, and, getting to this film, and hopefully then we'll see a bit more information what this movie is going to be about, aside from the dynamic. Again, the dynamic seems to be the big part, but again, we'll hopefully get a bit more of what the story is going to be focused on, and how this will, again, affect the rest of the universe going into phase 5 and maybe even phase 6. So I think that's all I have to say about that. I think I've covered all the big points from that trailer. Oh, I mean, for one thing, we did see Goose, so we got to see him again. That was great to see, and really nice nod to that. And yeah, I think that's all I have to say about it. Like, that's the Marvel's trailer right there. So let me know what your thoughts are. Did you like this trailer? What are your thoughts about it? What do you think about this dynamic so far between the three characters? Do you like it? Do you not like it? Do you still have a little bit more to kind of see what their, the relationship is like? Maybe you just need another trailer to kind of get a better feeling about what this film is going to feel like for you. What do you think about Kamala Khan now just kind of getting into this like level of superheroism? Like, are you excited about that? I know I am. How about you? And do you have any theories so far, again, leading up to this film? Again, for me, I'm thinking about the bangle. I feel like that's going to be a big part of it. Are there other things that we're missing? And where do you think the story is going to go? Let me know in the comments down below, and make sure to like and subscribe.